Hello everybody, Coach James here with DRS Athletics, bringing you the movements for today's workout, Wednesday, November 18th. Okay, so today we have a two-parter. The first part is for strength. The second part's more for capacity and lungs. So the first part is that 10-minute EMOM of 2 touch-and-go snatches, and then that second part is going to be the 4 sets of a 300-meter row right into a 400-meter run. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the movements standards for the touch-and-go snatches, and then we'll talk a little bit about that second part of the rowing and running.
So for the snatches, they are 2 touch-and-go. You wanna pick something that is medium to a little bit on the heavier side, but something to where you're not taking a full 40 seconds to complete the set. You wanna have some rest in between to get the true stimulus. Okay, so I have my PVC, so we'll go over the movement standards. So first things first, for the setup, okay, you wanna make sure that you're in your wide snatch grip. Okay, my chest is up, hips are low, okay, and I'm driving up, catching that full depth squat. I'm gonna stand all the way up. Okay, from here, I usually bring my feet in, okay, and then bringing the bar back down to the hips, and then back to that starting position. So we're reversing the movement, and then drive and stand all the way up. And you can drop from the top on your second one. Okay, some things that we see, faults that we see is butt coming up first. Okay, you wanna make sure that your chest and your hips are driving up as one unit. Okay, so if I go butt up first, it leaves no room to jump. So you wanna make sure I'm going up, chest and hips rise at the same time. Okay, another common fault that we see is once we are finished with the first rep, we stand all the way up. We tend to bring it down and get into this position where my hips are high and chest is low. We make sure we reverse the movement smoothly, tap, and then perform your second rep. Okay, so those are the standards of the snatches. Again, you want to pick something to where maybe a little bit somewhat challenging, but not something that's impossible.
So for that second part with the rowing and the running, okay, it is not a sprint, so do not sprint that first row or first run because you might not recover when you have the 3 more sets after that first one. Okay, so again, choose a nice pace. Look at the meter and the kind of the pace you're setting on that first row. Okay, and kind of stick with that and let that determine if you need to slow down or kind of pick it back up. Again, it is not a sprint. Just make sure that we're breathing, getting our breathing under control for both movements. There's going to be a lot of lung capacity. Okay, so again, get after it, but again, it is not a total sprint, something you just want to keep moving consistently. Once you get after that row, just head right onto that run. When you come back in from the run, hop right back on that rower. Okay. All right, so that is it for the explanation of the 2-part workout. Okay, I went over the snatches and then the lung workout, as I'm going to call it. I kind of look forward to doing it myself. Have fun.